Let's jam.
Let's rock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the D6 Damage Carrion Crown campaign, brought to you by the fantastic Spell Tracker app for Pathfinder, available on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Unfortunately, our beloved D. Hondo, Raphael, our healer and cleric, will not be joining us today, and right on the eve of battle, if you will. So we're gonna make do. At the moment, our battle plan is to not take any damage, and if that doesn't work, we'll wing it. And with that, I will turn it over to our Master of Ceremonies and DM, Doomboy. Take it away.
Sometimes you need to come up with build your wings as you're falling off the cliff. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. But our party had found various clues from the professor and from strange happenings around the town of Ravengro, and came to believe that they needed to make their way to Harrowstone to solve whatever the Whispering Way has dug up in the deep, burnt depths of the prison. Making their way there, they found a unique group of boys who had befriended a goblin named Smiggins. They were a little torn as to whether to slaughter them or not, and decided perhaps scarring some young boys wasn't the right way to go for now. They fought their way through some rather pathetic plants and some even weaker skeletons that burst into flames upon slaying them. Making their way to the front doors, they decided to enter Harrowstone properly. Roll me a perception check, boys, as you approach this door.
All right.
There it is.
Okay. Sika. Oh, wait. No, sorry, I thought Sika rolled better.
Nope.
Deacon, as you're about to reach the door, you hear a loud thud coming from the where the skeletons were.
I will turn in that general direction.
It seems to have come from around the corner.
I will give the universal hand sign for watch my back as I draw my weapon and sort of beckon the others to follow me around the corner.
All right, then. Making your way around the corner, you find a rather aged and withered corpse that seems to have fallen from the vines now that their head has been slain.
Suspicious.
Detect magic.
You are detecting flickers, but it doesn't seem like there's anything undead here.
Okay. Well, it's just a dead body.
Does anyone have heal? Maybe they could check this guy out to see what he died of.
No?
I guess you can use heal that way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Gregory's got it.
Yeah, Greg's totally got it. He was lacerated heavily.
He
Well,
appears to be dead.
Jack believes the creature to be lacerated, but what happened to this small gnome is a mystery.
I mean, has he got anything on him?
Searching through him, you find the remnants of a leather pouch that holds 24 gold pieces, 3 shining platinum pieces, and a single citrine, a small yellow.
Is any of this magic?
None of it is magic. But it can
Cool.
get you money, and money can be used to buy magic.
Money is magic in its own way.
The magic of economics.
I'm gonna toss it to Deacon.
All right. I will take that down. using my analog finance tracking system here. How much did we get again, DM?
You got 3 platinum pieces and 24 gold pieces, along with a single.
Citrine.
I'll provide a picture of what a citrine looks like.
I mean, it's just kind of a yellowish, orangish.
Can I do a quick
gem.
appraise on that citrine to see how much it would fetch on the open market?
Sure.
23. I've seen plenty of these during my time in the Golden Road.
Looking at it, you can tell that this was clearly part of a wedding ring or some fancy ring, and it could easily go for about 50 gold.
Ooh, nice.
How many times can you object read?
I can object read once per day.
And is that separate from the reading of a dude's skull?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know if we really want to waste it on the citrine then.
Yeah, because I could always do it later.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we'll just save it then. I figure we divvy up the loot when we're done.
Yep.
After all, not all of us will be alive.
Sika turns to you as you say,
No, Cyphus didn't say that. That was me.
he was just thinking it.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna stick close to Grigori, and I assume we're gonna go inside. Oh, I moved Grigori, sorry. I forgot that I'm not the DM in this one. And
That's a bit too close.
I'm so used to having the DM powers in Roll20 and just moving people wherever I want them.
But that is not your domain today.
But it's not here!
You make your way to the entrance foyer as, who's heading this trip? I need to know who I'm hitting with the pendulum.
Deacon, I would think.
Well, okay. Once we establish the marching order, and I don't really have a problem being
How wide's the path?
in front.
It's about 10 by 10.
Okay,
Oh,
so we could
well
have
then.
2 people in front. So I'll take one front position. Who else wants front? I think it makes a certain amount of sense for Jack to be up front, but also because Grigori and Cyphus are both longer range.
You can always put Jack behind Cyphus so he can hurt him before he gets an attack.
Yeah, that's true.
I can trigger the AoE, guys.
I can take up the rear.
I mean, I don't actually have, like, damage, so I calling me long range is misleading.
This whole time, Raphael is looking towards the sun. He seems quiet and thinking about something. You're not certain.
Does anyone want to go check on him?
Yeah, I will. Ryder's gonna walk up to Raphael and just observe him for a little bit. Usually he would tug on his robe or something to see if he's there, but I guess even he can tell that Raphael's present, but he's not all here.
That's pretty funny.
Maybe detect magic. Maybe it's linked to the god, Miss God, perhaps.
If there is any magic at play, you do not think your eyes are strong enough to detect that from a god.
That's fair. I'll then look to Raphael, to the sun, and I can pretty much guess that Sarah Ray must have some words with him. So Ryder's going to leave him where he is, and slightly hopes that nothing comes from the gates from where he's standing, and interrupts him.
After another moment, Raphael snaps out of his fugue state and approaches you. My friends, I fear that I am needed elsewhere. If you need me, yell loudly, okay? You little one, keep out of trouble. And you big one, as he looks to Grigori, keep him out of trouble.
Jack totally looks the other way like he didn't hear him.
Where are you headed, Raphael, if I may ask?
I do not know. And he spins on a heel and starts walking.
Alright.
Jack takes us a page from Raphael's book and heads for the doors.
You start leaving?
Yeah.
Alright, so Jack's leaving.
Well, I mean, no, we're all going. Let's go.
And everyone's following. Yeah.
We got a dungeon to go into.
I was about to ask which set of doors. The one to the creepy haunted prison, or one out of the creepy haunted prison?
Well, that's pretty obvious. I'm going in.
All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I will be letting Jack go kind of first, but I'm also going to do a perception check as we head toward the doors for safety.
All right, well, I want to be in the back, next to Grigori.
Alright.
That's all I care about.
Then that leaves me with Sika.
I've gotten myself a healthy 14 as we approach. Do I see anything that seems amiss?
With a quick look, you can tell that the entranceway does not look particularly sturdy. The fire has left this place mostly in ruins, as only a few wooden beams sag rather dramatically, trying to keep the ceiling. There's a large set of oaken doors that seem to have not been penetrated in all this time.
All right, I will say to Jack, let me test the doors. I will...
Why?
Well, hold up. Cyphus will say, and just do a quick knowledge engineering. Is opening those doors going to cause anything to...
You might not want to play with it, but it's not going to cause it to collapse. The archway's doing most of the work.
Alright, well, be careful.
All right.
But it looks like it should be stable enough.
All right, so I am going to cast resistance on myself and try the door.
Slowly but surely, you manage to get the doors open. Rust and decay has made it rather difficult to do this, but you...
Oh, alright. Just Melian scales. Still haven't fixed that, I see.
There's nothing to fix.
Oh, okay.
It's just whenever I activated it for the next 10
Just
minutes.
Melian.
Yeah.
You're a cheese
They make
melon.
So, inside the foyer properly, streaks of mold cover the walls as fungus has begun to grow across a thick gray carpet. Who are the first two individuals entering?
That would be
That
me
would-
and Jack.
Yep.
Well, let me move the map. As
Well,
Jack and Deacon make their way in, the doors behind them slam shut. You boys are here.
So we're in that tiny room.
Yep.
Seek is outside going, what the fuck?
Does it look like there was a mechanism that shut it, or is it inexplicable?
No, there does not appear to be. As you two inside hear a terrible howling noise of agony. Trying the door behind you, it does not seem to budge, despite both you putting your strength behind.
No. Well, at the same token, Rigel's, when he realizes the door slammed, he's gonna try to sort of force his own in, but I think he'll try like knowledge engineering to see if like is there a mechanism or is there like a particular design of door can, I don't know, force his way through?
There does, in fact, not appear to be a mechanism. It's just a basic door you open. Let me put your tokens on the map.
Is there a hole through the wall which we can see in any way?
No, this is... The outer layer of the prisoner seems fairly sturdy.
So there's no way we can get a view into where they're shut in.
There does not appear...
Okay, well. Open the door, please.
So can the party hear us? Can I hear them outside trying to get in? Can they hear us trying to get out?
Anyone listening, roll me a perception.
Right.
Oh, 20.
You can hear something slamming on the door on the other side. On both sides, actually. Along with that terrible howl. As you two look to the other doors and see in the woodwork what would be the rings of the trees have seemed to slowly shift and take the shape of faces in agony, screaming as several hundred faces pour out of the woodwork, yelling in pain as they seem to burn to death.
Do we hear this outside?
No!
No. Right, sorry.
No, that was for emphasis, not you did something wrong.
Oh.
Alright, I will look at this apparition. And
Aberration.
I will say to Jack, well, I think this place is haunted.
Okay, for those of us on the other side of the door, I want to make like an engineering check to pop this thing off its hinges.
Alright. Make one for me just to see how difficult.
Those engineering?
This is a fairly sturdy door. Pulling something like that off isn't as simple as pulling a normal door's hinges off. You'd need a lot of
what?
muscle behind it, and probably a crowbar.
Alright, well, we gotta get this open. And it's clearly not gonna open the normal way. Who's got a strength score out here?
Can I do a religion check to see if I can determine the nature of this haunting?
Certainly.
Alright. 28.
This appears to be a fine combination of the psychic energy of those trying to escape from these doors that held them forever, and the absolute terror and agony as the fire was lit, and that seemed to just coalesce and force into something much more greater. These doors did not open for these prisoners, and they don't open for anyone else.
What about the walls around the door?
More of the energy seems to be coming from the doors than the walls themselves.
Yeah. I mean, but how sturdy are the walls?
Well, your standard prison has fairly thick walls. They seem like they could take a beating.
Yeah, but they've also been on fire, and it's been a long time since they've been maintained. Is there any chance I could force my way through?
Well, certainly where there's a will, there's a way you can force your way through anything. Just a matter of how you're going.
Alright. Who's got a good strength score out here?
I do. I was about to say, maybe there's a way we can...
Yeah. I would like to, instead of using strength to give him an assistance, I would like to use my engineering to give him an assistance on opening the door or busting through one of these walls.
Alright, make your roll, and as for you, Rigel, which one are you going to be taking on? The wall?
I guess Rigel's gonna help Cyphus find a weak point in the wall, because between Grigori, Cyphus, and Rigel basically banging the doors. It's not going to budge. So at this point, Rigel's going to follow Cyphus's lead, and he's going to go for a weak point in the wall. So let's see. Okay, can I put my strength roll now, or?
Yeah.
Now would be nice if you want to do it some other time. That's
Ooh,
Yeah.
with the +2 for me, that's 25.
hey. So with all your might, you begin picking at it. It's going to be a minute. Well, you two inside. What are you trying to do?
So, what I'm going to do is I am going to address the spirits. I will pull off my hood, remove my helmet, and I will say to this wound in the psychic fabric of reality that I've encountered, I am Deacon, journeyman, and member of the Faceless Fellowship. I have come to end the torment of the spirits of Harrowstone. Tell me, spirits, how do I end your pain?
Jack's gonna wait about 3 seconds, looking around, waiting for an answer.
Roll me a perception check, oh faceless.
By the way, all I want is a hole that I can see through. I don't need a walkable hole.
Well, roll me another strength check there.
Alright. Let's see.
Should I be rolling engineering again?
I'm going to keep the +2 bonus on as it's basically hit.
Okay.
After some repeated wailing on a single spot, as you two inside hear a loud thump, thump, thump coming from outside, you do have a bit of a pinhole to look through, right? While you two inside, listening closely, amongst the screams, you just hear water.
I will put my helmet back on. Thank you, spirits. Put back on.
But I didn't hear that, right?
No, you hear.
So,
It's at that moment the
about
open
them
doors
spirits.
open.
And then the door opens. Jack turns, looks, turns back.
Okay, Cyphus.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the hole.
You see Sika on the other side scratching at the doors.
Oh, was it not the door to us that opened?
Oh yeah, it's the door to you guys.
Okay.
So you see these two slamming on it, Sika scratching at it as Grigori, you just see all this and just the doors open.
Well, I'm gonna step inside. And I'm going to take 2 of my haunt siphons. And I'm just gonna hand them over to Deacon and go, next time something like that happens, I think perhaps the first person who enters the room should have these.
Good thinking. This place
Why
is
does it go?
wounded. Terrible things happened here, and it... I believe that we must go further in if we're to mend this crack in the fabric of reality.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so which door do we want to take?
See, Rigel's gonna be a little slightly winded. Look a little dumbfounded that he helped Cyphus make a little hole, and then suddenly I know where the door opens. Like, yeah, whatever. Gonna move in, and he's gonna see Deacon and ask him what's happened. What have you found out?
I found out that the tragedies of Harrowstone have had a lasting impact on the structure itself. The spirits here are twisted, tormented. This place is in agony. I don't know if the actions of others in this place have intensified it, but either way, this place is very haunted, and we must be wary. Then I'm going to turn to Cyphus. Tell me, do any of these paths seem particularly unsafe to you?
That's a good question.
All of the doors are closed. Except for the one you just came through.
Well, first I'm going to look at the ceilings. And the arches above the doors.
They
the
seem
10.
sturdy.
Yeah, they seem fine.
The doors do have a lingering magic to them, Jim.
Okay.
What are you doing, Grigori?
I will draw my pistol and enter. Simply
Grigor,
saying,
my good friend, you are entirely too silent. Your volume has adjusted lower.
Grigori pulls a scarf from away from his mouth.
If this place is haunted or tormented, we will end it. As Grigori steps forward.
So, which way are you boys?
Eeny, meeny, miny, that one.
Which one's that one, Cyphus?
I pinged it! It's this one!
Just so you know, there's another door in front of you. I didn't really reveal that.
There's lots of doors, but let's do the small ones first, because they're probably just little chambers. However, I don't want to open it. How about Deacon and I trade places?
Alright.
Deacon... There we go.
I will invoke the words of protection as I open the door.
Unleashing this holy magic with big air quotes, you open the doors with relative ease. You find this to be an office area, papers strewn all around.
Oh,
This
perhaps we
seems
can
to be where,
find more information.
Is that me?
It's what you?
Never mind. And the audio dropped.
Everything sounds fine on my end.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Okay,
Same.
it was just me then.
Alright, let's check some of these doors. I want to see what's in these off. Oh dear.
So, are you going to try and scrounge through the paperwork to find as much information as you can?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what's in the paperwork. I'm a little worried that we can see your 2d4 roll.
So, it takes you a while. It takes you about 5 hours to pour through all of this stuff. It's getting to be about 6 in the afternoon before you're able to find a fairly large amount of information about the prisoners that were held within the area and a bit of the history. If you want, you can make another knowledge check to learn more with a bit of a bump.
Alright, history. Alright, I'm going to give myself a vision of madness. And get a 27 plus your bonus.
So this is really fun at book.
I'm really good at books, guys. It's like my thing.
Okay, 26. Which of the 5 are you going to be doing your research on first?
Oh no, now I have to choose. Which was one of the ones that we knew the least about?
Let me...
Everyone but the Splatter Man, really.
Okay, well, let's go with the Marauder.
Nothing. Yeah, we could go with the Marauder, but we found like nothing on the Lopper.
Lopper,
Yeah.
Father Charlatan, the Mosswater Marauder, and the Piper of Ilmar.
I'm gonna go with the Marauder because he had the whole smash their face in with a hammer thing.
Alright then. looking through, you see a sketch of a rather grizzled-looking dwarf.
Hello, is
A weird expression of anger and confusion, it seems. Roughly 5 years before his hometown of Mosswater was overrun and ruined by monsters, Ispin Onyx Cudgel was a well-liked artisan and a loving husband. When he discovered his wife's infidelity, he flew into a jealous rage and struck her dead with his hammer, shattering her skull and his sanity with one murderous blow. Racked with shame and guilt, Ispin became convinced that if he could rebuild his wife's skull, she would come back to life. But unfortunately, he could not find the last blade-shaped fragment from the murderer site. So instead, Ispin became the Mosswater Marauder. Over the course of several weeks, this dwarf stalked and murdered nearly 20 people while searching for just the right skull fragment. He was captured just before murdering the daughter of a visiting nobleman from Varno and was carted off to Harrowstone the same night.
Neat. Alright, do you want me to do more checks for more information?
Only if you want more information.
Is it going to take me more hours?
No. This
Then
is to
yes.
gather up all the information.
Good. As long as it's not going to take me more hours, then yeah.
And check on the Lopper next.
Well, I didn't do nearly as good on the Lopper, but 17 plus whatever
It will
the bonus
remain
is.
mysterious. But perhaps less.
Yeah. There is not much information. You get the name Vance Citressel, but most of the paperwork, you can't seem to piece it together. You go reading into one piece, but it seems to be more that this is about a different individual as the heights don't match up. So you can't figure out much outside of a
I never
preference for
really did
using
like
hand.
one's piece. Anyway. After that bad joke.
Stay tuned, folks. We've got even worse joke.
Alright, so next, the Piper. I want the Piper. Give me the Piper. Come on.
You're wrong.
Come on. I clicked the button. There we go. Give me that Piper.
This one is a bit strange. There are no notes on his name. He would pick up his victims, taunting them with a mournful dirge on his flute, preferring to paralyze lone victims by dosing their meals with lich dust, and then allowing his pet sturges to drink the victims dry of their blood, having trained them to respond to his flute music.
Is lich dust actually made from liches?
Freshly squeezed.
How the hell does this guy get a hold of lich dust?
It does not say.
That's disturbing. Alright. Well, let's do another one on Father Charlatan. Do we learn any more than that the churches don't like him?
The image they've drawn for Father Charlatan has him as a rather jovial-looking individual. Big, rounded cheeks, a loving smile despite the situation he was in. The least dangerous of them, his crimes were so blasphemous that several churches demanded he be punished to the full extent of Ustalavic law. Although he claimed to be an ordained priest of any number of faiths, Father Corvin, Corvin, as it were, was in fact a traveling con artist who used faith as a mask and a means to bilk the faithful out of money in payment for false miracles or cures. He became known as Father Charlatan after his scheme was exposed against Cesarni accomplices. After his Cesarni accomplices murdered half a dozen city guards in an attempt to make good the group's escape.
Well, that's unfortunate. And we already pretty much got everything from
The Splatterman.
Professor Splatterman. Was there another guy?
Only 5.
Okay.
The
Well,
Lopper remains
we'll do one on the Splatterman just to see if there's any more.
Well, you've managed to exhaust all you could find, but someone else could try looking.
I'll give it a go. Let's see. What knowledge are to do?
That would be history.
All right. Oof. I'll try. Wow. Okay.
So
Well,
it's the crux
whoa. Do you have ranks in history?
No. I guess just one lucky roll. I guess.
Alright then. I'm going to have the bonus that you are receiving from this, but that's still going to be enough. It appears that most of the paperwork that you were missing, Rigel was holding on. When the Loppers stalked prey, he was known to hide in the most unlikely of places, sometimes for days upon end with only a few supplies to keep him going, while he waited for the exact right moment to strike. Once his target was alone, the Lopper would emerge to savagely behead his victims with a hand axe. There are a few sketchings of the crime scenes he has left, as upon taking off the head, he seems to have just scattered the blood willy-nilly across the crime scene, for whatever reason you do not know.
Interesting. Well, this is troubling. Rigel's gonna look up and Cyphus like, "Oh, sorry, Cyphus," and he's gonna hand the paperwork to him, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, sorry about that, but the fact is that we know pretty much a lot about the other convicts, but not about the Loppers. Has me concerned, particularly with one particular rumor that he might be, or in relation to aberrations. Yeah, that has me concerned. Anyways, here, hand her the paperwork all the same."
No worries. And the moment you turn your back, I glare at you. But if you turn back, oh no, I'm just smiling again.
Pitch black eyes, tentacles coming out of the mouth, unholy rages, symbols that Deacon probably recognizes appear in the back. Dude.
Yeah.
I see
So let's open more doors. Let's open some more doors.
So was there anything other than paperwork in this room?
There does not appear to be much of it. Anything. This was just more of a resting place for guards as they process prisoners.
All right. What door do we want to continue further on this route, or do we want?
I think so.
All right.
So there's a door on the left and the.
Cyphus, do either of these doors look safer than the other?
I doubt it, but let me just do a quick whoop. And, they look pretty safe, right?
Yes, there doesn't seem to be that much structural damage.
No, this part of the prison seems to be fine.
All right.
So left to right.
I want to go with the right, so I'm going to resistance, then open the door.
Oh.
You broke the first rule of adventuring, dude. Always go left first.
I figured that's what they would be expecting.
Slowly but surely, you open the door to find this was a washroom. There is a small privy, and something for someone to wash their hands. Though the water is rather filled with, not filled with, but essentially become foul at this point. Both buckets, as it were. Nothing of real interest here.
Wonderful.
Told you should have gone left first.
Alright, well, provided my resistance has not expired, I'll try on the left.
Is there another door in that privy?
That just seems to be where they dumped stuff out.
So it's a window.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
It's kind of, yeah. So, making your way to the other door. You're making your way in. This dark room contains a low stone bed. Sorry, my bad. Wrong room. This is a rather spacious room with the smell of mildew and rot. A long desk and chair sit to the south, while to the northwest a narrow alcove contains a closed safe. Thick layers of dust cover everything in sight. As you make your way in,
Safes are
it
fun.
almost seems like an energy's left, that something lingering on you has faded, stepping into the warden.
Interesting.
Let's search for the combination of this safe or a key. I want in. My curiosity's getting the better of me.
Yeah, let's do a quick perception.
This appears to be a requiring a key, not a combination. But you
Okay,
can always try.
You can always try what?
You can always try picking the.
Well, I don't really have sleight of hand.
That would be
I do
disabled
have.
device.
I'm sorry, disabled device. But I do have knowledge engineering.
Cool. I'll increase the DC accordingly.
Okay, well, unless someone has a disabled device, it's the best we got.
Chucking it off the third floor does count as disabled.
How about 24?
You are very certain looking at it that you.
Okay, fine. Let's search for a key.
While you search for a key, what is everyone?
I guess Rigel's gonna just follow them to some extent and just, well, at one point just oversee how they're doing, and a second point, kind of watching his and everyone else's back. Considering what Deacon just described, he doesn't really trust this place for love, money, or lack thereof on both accounts. So he's just, in a way, he can act like a hawk, just looking around, making sure everything's, well, on the up and up. Well, if not on the up and up, and just not attacking yet.
What about you, Grigori? What are you doing?
I'm simply bringing out the rear. I'm watching the way we came in.
Roll me a perception, my friend. Looking across the various papers that they've placed down, one catches your eye as the name Grigori. Looking to another, you note that it has the name Rigel, another with Deacon, one with Jack, and one with Cyphus.
Strange. As I pick up the papers.
These seem to be like the others' entrances for or information on the various prisoners held within. And this has a good deal of information about you, about your connection to your god, about your parents and their tragic passing. Do you go to another?
DM, you cut out.
I asked if you went to another.
Oh. I will look through the others.
Deacon, it shows his mask. It's rather strange that it doesn't have his face. It mentions various trips he's been on, but it kind of seems blurred or faded when it gets further into what he's done on these quests, these adventures he's been on. Rigel is an open book, but it points out a mounting, growing rage at another man, that there's something within him that snapped and led to his imprisonment. And then you get to Cyphus, as you watch the ink begin to bleed and spread and blacken until it's just a pitch black paper. Jack's is a very, 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 very long list. There's about 8 pages. Most of them crimes. A lot of them crimes. There's some crime scenes drawn here, and you're not certain what he was trying to accomplish, but boy, did he do it.
I'm actually picturing Jax as being not just a stack of papers, but more of a scroll that just kind of unfurls and rolls along the floor after I pick it up.
You note at the very end that it says, see other folders for additional information. And you note another piece of paper specifically for Sika.
For
Bob
who?
has a clean slate. Sika.
Oh, okay.
Of course it's a clean slate. Sika's innocent. Jack is
Bob
guilty.
is innocent.
Bob is the one that is got a clean slate. Sika is not innocent.
What are you talking about? Sika's totally innocent. Well, Baw's definitely got the cleanest slate of my group. That's for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ba ran me over. I'm not really convinced Ba's innocent.
Got a taste for it now.
I'm gonna have a taste for Ba by the end of this campaign.
I will actually walk over to the party and note the papers. Actually, kind of show them to everyone.
What the? Mario takes his and knows several escapades we did so far, but the one where he was angry at a particular man and was incarcerated for is raising some eyebrows, if not causing him a bit of disquiet. I knew I'd have beef with Roland, but
As you
not
look
to
at
this
your
level.
picture, you note something, Rigel. There's a thin red line along your neck, as though something has taken your head clean off.
Almost on a sort of psychosomatic reaction, he's gonna grab his neck as if he's checking for a scar there. But no such luck.
There is none.
My chest. Sorry.
Deacon,
Well, good.
as you look at your picture, you note a pair of hands resting on your shoulders, covered in golden rings that bear the symbols of many, many gods, including Torah.
I will on the DL kind of fold the paper up and kind of tuck it away somewhere safe.
All right.
And I'll say in a sort of nonchalant way, strange, mine didn't seem to have anything on it.
Cyphus, you look at the ink black paper.
See, how interesting. Because on one hand, I think Cyphus would be so used to like these kind of strange occurrences that he would have learned just to not look at them. But on the other hand, I'm curious to see what will happen if I do look at it. I guess I'll look at it.
Looking upon this paper, you note it is pitch black, and yet as your eyes adjust to the light, you see that there is something darker. 3 horizontal black lines, like a fair distance apart, and a sensation that you are protected and you are watched.
Great. Huh, this is pretty normal. Do we find a key?
You okay?
No,
like,
do not.
like I go, oh, neat, and I just kind of toss it on the ground and go looking for the key.
Jack, do you look upon yours?
Not unless somebody explains that it might be of import. Jack would be most likely looking in the other room for any rooms for anything shiny.
Which of the other rooms?
Well, he would have started in the one I'm in, and then kind of during the 5 hours gone from room to room. So depending on how long it takes to search a room.
Not very long. You've basically explored this entire area. Do you want to explore some other?
Yeah, I would have gone to that door next.
Okay, that door. Wow, that's rather strange. This appears to just be a empty hall with a door on the other side, but there's just some mildew and moss. Not much. Broken chair. The legs have been snapped off and just resting kind of as nothing. Do you press on?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
Are
see
you
any
bringing
reason to-
Sika with you?
Yeah, she's always with me.
Okay.
Unless she gets locked out of doors, obviously.
You see her give the Sika stink eye, but she presses.
Yeah, so we would. I would search this room that I'm in, and then move on to that one.
Okie doke. You find a metal door blocking the way. It seems relatively tough, but that doesn't mean you can't force your way in if you so.
Okay. I'm gonna force my way in. I don't see a reason not to yet.
Alright, it can't really stop you, so just give me a roll to try and break. So if I say the damage you're doing to it before it opens.
Right page, wrong page. Hold on.
Are Sika and Bob assisting with this?
Ooh, that's a good question. Can they? Ba probably
That's what I'm
is,
asking.
but Sika, I don't think can. I don't.
Well,
have a-
there's trying to push it open, and then there's trying to break the door.
Okay. That'll be for Ba. Ba apparently is not helping. But Sika, on the other hand, Sika may actually do assist.
Sika is getting a little bit in there. You can just roll the damage rather than the strength.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. The damage. For Ba, that's a D8. For Sika, I have her character sheet for Sika.
Despite how strong you all are, this is a heavy steel door, and it seems that it just does not want to budge. You can't get any purchase with your claws and various weapons.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. How big is the hole in the door?
There's not really a hole in it.
Is there anywhere I could tie some rope or chain around?
Yes, there is. There's a doorknob to it.
Does the door open in or out?
In.
It opens towards me?
Yes.
Alright, I'm totally gonna lance up, or not lance up, but harness up, rope, door, Ba, and then I'm gonna look down the hall, go, Grigori! I totally found this door that doesn't want me in it! As I'm telling Ba, go ahead and start pulling.
Roll me strength for it, Bob.
Strength.
Alright, this is gonna drive me nuts if I don't address it right now, but the name of the sheep is Ba, B-A-A.
Yeah.
Not Bob.
Not B.O.B.
Bob's his brother.
I didn't bring his brother.
He ate his brother.
Or her brother.
Yeah,
then.
this door does not seem to want to open despite the amount of force you're putting behind it.
Oh, I'm going to ask Rigel if he could sweep the warden's office with detect magic.
Oh, of course.
So we'll just
Yeah,
we'll just get that request queued.
The vague necromantic aura, you've been looking through it, Rigel, seems to fade significantly in the warden's office. Everywhere else,
Yeah.
it's like looking at smoke drifting by of the various negative energies surrounding this place.
Yeah. A good call, Deacon, but unfortunately I'm not detecting much necromantic energy. Not to say there isn't, but it's like it dissipated. So if there's anything necromantic, it definitely left this place. Well, this part of this place, rather. He's gonna say, and he's gonna look back on the paper that he saw. Cause him to make this quiet, he's gonna fold it in there, and he's gonna see Cyphus's paper they left behind. Pick it up, try to look at it for a minute, just see it's all black, but then let's fold it in and hold it. Decide to hold it for Cyphus until later.
You do note a faint magical aura coming from the safe, but it might be something much more significant, but blocked by the safe wall.
Oh, that was me?
That's you.
Alright. Well, good news, Deacon. I think there might be something magical in that safe. Bad news, I can't really tell because, as magical as it may be, that safe and the safe walls doing a darn good job making sure that it stays there. If not actually making sure that, unless you really focus hard on it, you may not tell where that magical part may be, so... I'll check the other rooms to be sure, and he'll try to find one of the other rooms and start looking. Maybe for this key that they're talking about.
Alright. There does not appear to be a key as you search about.
Darn it.
It's not the heaviest looking safe. You could always try and take it back.
Anyone got a burlap sack or something? We might be keen to take it with us.
How big is
Absolutely.
it?
Well, it's about the size of Jack.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna take it with us. Maybe when we're done with this place we can pick it up, but that's ridiculous. We're not taking it with us deeper into this place.
Yeah. We'll just leave it for the moment.
Yeah, we'll just find the dude's freaking corpse and get the key off him then.
Well, if
Implying
nothing
it's
else,
still here.
if nothing else, the safe kind of makes a little safe room for us to hang out in if things get
Go
hurt.
away.
You note as your detect magic is fading, Rigel, the necromantic aura seems to be getting stronger as the sun is beginning to...
Gentlemen, I don't know if we want to stop operations now or continue, but the more the sun's going down, the more the necromantic aura I'm detecting stronger. Should we just call it here, get back to town, and try again, or do you want to keep
We should press
considering
on, at least for the moment.
Alright, as long as we have a good escape plan after the fact. I'm not liking where this is going.
I fear the escape plan is run like girls, trip Grigor.
So, run like hell lest they catch us. Got it.
Tried and true. So, Jack, you're not making much progress with this over the various hours of trying to tear it off. Ba is looking at you a little exhausted from all of it, but they give you a playful little lick on the cheek.
And after 30 minutes of attempting to get if it wouldn't pull off the hinges that way, and Grigori didn't want to help me, I walked to another door.
Is it safe to assume, Grigori, that you were helping yourself by watching him feebly try?
Grigori has almost no strength score, so Grigori would actually be useless here.
Oh, I know. Abaddon's holy power may just save our necks throughout this. One can't buy either of you out just yet.
So, which door are you guys going to go into?
Well, it seems like we've only got... Oh, no, we have 2 options. I say we go with the one on the upper right portion of the room that we came in on. Right here.
Fair. Fair.
DM, what kind of door is it?
This is a... Yeah, sorry, one moment. Gotta check the notes. There's 100 of these rooms. It is a simple wooden door. There are iron bars on it to make it a bit sturdier, but it doesn't appear to...
Alright, I will resistance and then try and open.
Okay. Casting your spell again, you open the door to find the room lined with, or not lined with, but having several benches upon it, as a stage auditorium is right where you're walking in. Immediately you can feel a cold sensation coming from the very center of the stage that you're now standing upon.
I will signal the rest of the party. I think I think I've found, if not the center of this, at least a node of it.
Oh, I see. I'll watch your back regardless, Deacon. Before you leave, Rigel's gonna take let's look at the safe area, see if there's anything of importance. Should I make perception or just...
The safe area?
You know, when we found the safe, the warden's office, etc., etc.
No, you seem to have exhausted everything within.
Alright, then he's gonna join the others then.
I'm gonna ask, Cyphus, what he thinks this room was for.
So, if I'm understanding, I'm seeing a room full of pews?
Yeah, with a stage.
Or are they writing desks?
They are benches.
They're benches. Is there a stage?
Yes, of which you are now standing on.
I don't know, maybe announcements or prisoner talent shows?
Could be for meetings among the wardens and the guards, perhaps.
Yeah, that's a lot of benches for all the guards. I guess it probably had something to do with the prisoners.
Perhaps a makeshift courtroom to see the punishment or if any other disputes there are.
Cyphus, Rigel, Deacon, can you all make a fortitude save?
Alright. Uh-oh.
Is my
Fortitude.
resistance still in operation?
It is.
42.
17 for me.
Yeah. Rigel's slight being on edge is not paranoia has braced him to some extent.
24, 25 with resistance.
Okay. You all take 1 cold damage as a chill trickles up your spine.
What the?
That was unpleasant.
Is it persisting or is it gone?
Roll me another fortitude save.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop one of the haunt siphons then.
The roll.
Oh, of course, but I'm just saying. Where's my fortitude? There it is. Oh, I only got 11 that time.
Same.
Well, let me roll. This time you take 3 points of damage.
Oh,
But
wonderful.
you don't take the strength damage you would. As you pop the haunt siphon, roll me the damage, which should be 2.
2d6 is what it
Yes.
was? Alright. 2d6. 7.
You say 4 damage?
We took 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
3,
so
okay.
it would be 4 total.
Okay.
Okay. So, you click the button down, throwing it out as a terrible scream seems to be coming from the center of the cold spot as energy is just being absorbed into it. You can see the container seems to chill, and various hands are pressed upon it, scratching while the outline of various hands are pressed upon it, trying to break out.
Does it look like it's contained the haunt?
You're not quite familiar, so roll me a knowledge arcane.
Knowledge what?
Arcane.
Arcane. I'm good at that. 22.
It seems to have only damaged the haunt, as I need everyone to roll me a fort.
Okay, I'll check another one then after this fortune save.
Oh, no.
Cyphus is definitely the guy that used his rocket launchers on every single enemy at the very beginning.
I could just leave the stage, yeah, or I could get negative energy grenades for later.
Okay, so, Cyphus, you take 4 damage and 1 strength damage.
Oh, great.
Everyone else
Makes
takes
down to 8.
2 damage.
Alright, so I am actually going to leave the stage.
Same.
Roll me the 2d.
Just 1 second. 2, 5 more haunt damage.
Ooh. I hate to be that guy, but it sucks in more energy, but there seems to be just the faintest lingering bit of energy left.
Well, you know what? At this point, I'm not gonna. I've already committed to it, so I'm gonna throw another one.
You are aware these are one-time use.
I know, but I've already wasted 2. I'm not going to give up.
Cyphus, I think it's better we fall back for now.
Too late. I've already thrown another
Roll me a
one.
fortitude, friend.
No. Both of us?
No, I assume everyone else backed up.
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
more strength damage, Daddy.
Okay.
What?
2 more damage, and you lose another point of strength.
That's fine. Did I kill it though?
You, in fact, did.
Alright. Let me go to I used 3 of them. And now I have a siphon grenade.
A Cyphus grenade.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drink that potion of healing.
Okay.
How much does that heal?
It was cure light wounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me. Oh wait, I got it. I got it in here. It's 1d8 plus. I thought I had it in here. Yeah, a castle level 3, so 1d8 plus 3.
Yep. Dungeons and Dragons, we learn who we're not going to trust with inventory, man.
7. Okay.
You are healed.
Hey, that's nice. Alright. Now that's been taken care of, I want to search this.
Going through it, there does not appear to be much to this room. You can tell that this is where a good deal of the sentencing was given out to the criminals that were brought in. And the very spot that you stood was where they were properly sentenced to their death. Where all of that fear and anxiety was released in one moment, as they knew there was no hope.
Alright, neat. What doors do we want to go through next?
Can I do a religion check on this room to see if it's a good spot for a seance?
Probably would have been. After 3 haunt grenades, I bet it's not.
It was, and now it's not.
Yeah.
As a good deal of the spiritual energy has been sucked up.
I will go up to Diggy and go, can I have one of those grenades back?
I'll hand him one of them. Could I see
Thank
one of the full
you.
ones?
There's only one full one.
I'll give it right
Why
back.
do you want to see it?
I want to see if I can...
Okay, that's fine.
I want to see if I can learn anything from the spiritual energy inside.
Okay. Hand it over to you.
Alright, I'd like to do a religion check to see if there's any way I could see if I can communicate with the spiritual energy that is now trapped inside this bottle.
Alright, give me a roll. Jack and Grigori, what are you two up to? The glass that the siphon is mostly composed of seems to be specifically designed to prevent any kind of interference, as the only way to do it would be to find a way to break it and release the spirit, but the energy has been shifted and changed inside.
Alright, I'll just hand it back to Cyphus then.
Okay, I'll take it.
Jack and Grigori, what are you two up to?
That's a good question, Grigori. What are you doing?
I have no idea. I was backing away from Cyphus before.
Don't worry, I fixed it. Which door do we want to go through now? I suggest the spooky door on the other side of the hall.
He's like, the door on the other side.
Well, they would have been brought in, sentenced here, and I bet that the doors on the other side go towards, you know, wherever they...
Good idea. Although I must admit, I don't think it's...
Go through.
Right.
Well, let's form back up, guys, because this is a spooky place.
Yeah, because I'm in front, I'm going to take my health potion.
Alright, roll me the D8 plus 3.
Alright, so... D8... 6, 7, 8, 9, so that puts me back at full.
Okay. You feel invigorated as you down the potion. It's a warm, bubbly feeling.
Ooh, grape flavored.
Go ahead.
As a purveyor of many gods, you know that each one seems to have their own unique taste. The eviler gods are something akin to black licorice.
Hate to be that guy, but does anyone have a spare potion? Confess I can't find one on my person. Whew.
You could always go back and rest for the day.
Shoot. Nah, I'll keep going as much as I can.
That was
least
more
for
to
now.
everyone.
Oh.
Alright, we will bear that in mind.
Right.
Grigori, on the other hand, will keep pressing forward.
Grigori is a big boy that can take the hits like a man. Alright.
I don't think we're in that much danger right now.
Grigori is also not the wisest person in the room.
Well,
You
let's
see a-
I have a wisdom score of 12, so it's not hard to beat. Anyway, let's resistance and perform the ritual of opening.
Muttering the words for the ritual of opening, you push the door with a loud as you see several doors in this hallway.
Alright, well, this building was clearly built by dwarves.
Why are we going through that door? That's not the door we opened.
Oh, my apologies. I opened the wrong area. I assume now that someone just opened it. That room.
Silly goose. That's not the room we're going through.
Careful
Careful,
now, that
no.
room might go through you.
We're
I was about
going
to say.
through the spooky doors, not the long hallway doors.
Implying those ones spooky.
Making your way in, you see the northeast wall of this room has partially fallen away, revealing the dark, murky waters of the pond outside. Stray glints of sunlight hitting the lake as it sets. You can see multiple training dummies here with various equipments that this was once where the guards did their work. You can see that there is a dark, jagged hole in the center surrounded by black scorch marks.
See, I told you this is the right room to go into. Where is this room?
Just a moment, I gotta do the polygonal reveal.
Oh, I know, it's such a pain in the butt.
Beats the alternative, though, of,
Yeah, that's true.
hey look, you found all this extra stuff I didn't want you to find. There is where the black scorch.
So, does it look like the fire started? Oh, okay, so I can see the water's kind of leaking down. Is that like a hole?
In the center, yes, there's a bit of water leaking in from the pond there.
Okay.
Yes, there's a hole that goes deeper.
Yeah, so that must be the lower level.
I guess.
Yeah, I think we should try and clear as much of this floor as we can before we head back for the day.
Fair enough.
You don't just want to clear the whole thing?
Well, so going, we'll see what happens.
Let's see. As long as we don't rent anything, I suppose that's a good idea. Anyways, right, I'm gonna use detect magic, see if I can sense anything out of this whole, out of this new room.
Yes, there does seem to be a faint aura around here. You can see there's a few dead guards, now decayed all the way to skeletons around here.
Boy.
Oh boy, we know what skeletons mean, guys. Grigori,
Is it
Jack, why don't
worth
you join us?
wasting? Yeah, is it worth it to waste the detect undead or to save it?
I think it's worth it.
I haven't.
Alright, I will speak in an incomprehensible language, my eyes will glow green, and I will cast Detect Undead.
3 of the skulls seem to have a faint necromantic aura as they begin to rattle and shake and light a
Well,
blaze.
see, that was... Yeah, see, that was a waste, you see? Those 3 are clearly skeletons as they start, like, getting together.
So, with that, let's roll to initiative.
Alright, remember, click your dude, and then roll.
I'm pretty sure I always get the same roll.
Regular D20?
So, click your icon on screen, then go to your character sheet. It should say initiative. It's right under where your hit points are displayed.
Right. Here we go. There we go.
Initiatives rolled. The battle ready to commence. I'm gonna put us on.
You know what?
We're gonna go to break.
Oh,
I felt
okay.
that was a
Alright.
good halfway point.
All right.
Alright.
That is a good spot for a break.
Blue ball and you
we'll
ain't
see.
die.
Yeah. Little cinematic.
I can't fight. I can't fight skeletons. Doesn't.
Little cinematic where it's like,
We will be
Cypher
back
saying,
in
"See, that thing's."
just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm getting me a drink.
I could go get a beer. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Beer actually sounds really good right now. I'm gonna go
Alright.
get one too.
I'm gonna try and not get more chip.
Actually, I've been thinking I might make a cocktail or something. Now start with beer.
Alright, I'm back. Is anyone else here?
I never left.
I had nowhere to go.
No, I just didn't feel like going anywhere.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Now you're back.
So D8, I was wondering, you don't play a cleric that often. Is it just because you don't like the mechanics of the cleric, or is there like a you just don't dig the RP aspect?
Oh yeah, they're boring as fuck. I don't like playing them. They don't kill things good enough. It's pretty much as simple as that.
So the class that's kind of meant for tank/support, don't feel it.
It doesn't DPS, therefore I don't like playing it.
That's fair. How about you, D12? What are your feelings on the cleric?
Me? The cleric's a really great class, honestly. I love the cleric. It has moments where it seems to be weird, but then realistically, if you're looking for a great class that kind of gives you some front lines, a little of everything without being the bard, without actually being a jack of all trades and a master of none, it's actually a jack of all trades and a master of one.
It's a jack of all trades. It's master of actually being good at something.
Yeah. The bard is like crowd control, but the problem with the bard is that the wizard does the exact same thing and has almost all of the spells that the bard has, if not all the spells, with the exception of like a hand.
I like the bard way more than I like the cleric. On the one hand, I don't like being a prepared pet caster. I prefer spontaneous. On the other hand, I really like the bard's ability to boost people in combat. I like the bardic performance to give that plus to hit and damage.
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge boost to me. With the, I feel like my only abilities to boost you guys are my spells, And especially at level 1, when you don't have any spells, or any good spells, I'm not that useful.
Yeah.
The other problem I have with the cleric is that you have to split your ability scores.
Yeah, your mental stats into charisma and wisdom.
And then if you want to be good at any kind of combat, you got to go with melee or
ranged
dexterity.
Yeah.
And then you're also going to want a little bit of constitution. So it's like you're with cleric. I agree, you can be really good, especially at later levels. But the way you're really good does not fit the way I like to play.
Personally, if
so
it's...
Gladia Celt is say, clerics are also really good at damage. They can. You can absolutely make them really good at it. But the way they do it is generally through a combination of buffing and utilizing your spells in a way to get burst damage. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's not the way I like to do my damage, which is kind of a sustained large amount of damage rather than doing it over time or through buffing myself. Like the action economy of a cleric, I just do not like.
Personally, if I have a choice between a cleric and an oracle, I honestly just like the oracle better. I think that you get a lot of really good abilities. It is more focused with its ability score requirements, because you don't really have to worry about anything other than charisma. So I'll play an oracle anytime. I think that's a fantastic class.
I don't know, anything that the action economy requires me to cast multiple spells before I can do my damage, that kind of turns me off.
Yeah. So you stick more to things like fighter, sorcerer, speed and dig.
Yeah, as Gladia Celt is saying, I like barbarian. I like things that do lots of damage, every turn. Just through getting over, just continuing to attack and dealing damage every turn. Whereas with the cleric, you gotta go, alright, I'm gonna cast Bull Strength, I'm gonna cast something else. I don't even know the cleric spell list that well. Sacred Weapon, yeah, things like that. I'm gonna build myself up so that I can do a lot of damage when I finally hit. But I'm like, well, I'd rather just be swinging every turn.
Talking about favorite character.
We're talking about the cleric and why I don't like playing cleric. But it's good for me to every once in a while play it anyway. Especially when you have, and this is why I love Pathfinder, because with the different archetypes you have so many different kinds of clerics you can play that can function entirely different. For example, using the Elder Mythos cleric, not only are you a more skill-based cleric, but you also don't have to use wisdom at all. So you're not splitting that. You're not splitting between wisdom and charisma. You're just all into charisma. So I don't know. It's neat, and I like to go back and play cleric every once in a while to remind myself what I do like about the class and what I don't like about the class. And with all these different archetypes, it's worth it just to try things out every once in a while.
I played a cleric once and enjoyed it very much, but now I'm trying to play a trickster cleric, and I'm rather put off because I can't find any stuff to be tricky, like illusions or being able to make pits. And
yeah, I gotta say, I'm not really thrilled with the spell list, especially early level spell list for the cleric.
It was rather annoying. And then I looked into some of the domains, like, oh, the vermin domain. Oh, do you guys have spider walk in here? No. What do you have? Well, you can vomit ants. Cool.
That is pretty cool.
Cool.
That is pretty cool.
I'm trying to be a spider cleric here with a spidery theme.
No. You want to be an ant cleric. Screw spiders.
I worship a Nazi, darn it.
Gladiakel, yeah, paladins are pretty much amazing. My only annoyance with Pathfinder paladins, and this is something that's easily, homebrewed around, is that you're stuck being lawful good when I feel like you should be able to be neutral. Or I'm sorry, lawful neutral. And it kind of bugs me that you're not really able to do that. So it's like I'll still play them because they're great, but there are certain things about like that alignment restriction that I think doesn't make 100% sense, and that bothers me.
All right, so how many of us are back?
I've been here.
I'm back.
All right, so are we all here?
Sounds like it.
Kinda, sorta.
Uh-oh.
Dear
what?
D12 may or may not walk among us.
I just went back to the game map and
Oh yeah, see the flaming skull things?
yeah.
I don't worry about it.
The skeletons, yeah.
Roll didn't go through. What did you get? 19.
I'm really hoping I get to go first. Not gonna lie.
Well, Grigori goes before you, but yeah.
Yes, Grigori gets.
Grigori can just, walk in like a boss.
Guns blazing.
You step behind him, just kadoosh. Oh, damn, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and it's bludgeoning too.
Okay, which of the three are you aiming?
The forwardmost one, so the bottom left corner one.
Okay. Your shot rings true, exploding it out as a almost miniature firework goes off as it's blown to smithereen.
Alright, sweet. So that's my turn, and I will spend the next turn reloading.
Alright, you're up.
All right. I will take a swing with my bastard sword at the one that would presently be to my right. So the one I'm in base-to-base contact with.
I got. Your swing is a bit wide, but you manage to catch it right in the jaw, separating the two. The fire seems to go with it, with your swing, and it drops to the ground.
All right. My final. I'll just. No, I'm not gonna increase my protection any. I'll let the final guy have at if he can. So, my turn's over.
Mm-hmm. Cyphus, that's your turn.
Forgot I was muted. Yeah, can I think all I really want to do with my check is do a knowledge roll.
Go right ahead.
I guess they're undead, so knowledge religion. 18 to try to identify them, know any abilities they have.
They do not appear to have any abilities. They fly somehow while being on fire, and they can't really.
Huh. Okay. Well, then I'll just, I'll step in, take a look at them, and step back out.
They're
okay.
immune to fire.
Yeah, I'll go, you got this! And then I'll just kind of step back out and let other people handle it.
Rigel, it's your turn. And Jack, you're on deck.
Alright, so let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, So I'm get rid of the last skeleton? I just...
There's one left.
Okay. Let's see, 25. I guess I can go from here. So, let's see. As per, I guess casting spells from here, I'm gonna... I guess take one after drawing my sword, I'm gonna take one action and... Facing the... I don't know if I can do a diagonal, but facing the next skeleton... Well, let's see, actually it's a 30 base. 25, 30... I guess I'll go over here trying to intercept the skeleton, but... Oh, if I able to attack diagonally... Oh. In that case, I guess I'll make a regular attack though, see where that leads.
Okay.
Let's see where that leads.
Yep, roll your attack.
Swinging.
He did.
You go to try and take a swing at the creature, and somehow it manages to elude your grasp, though the wind coming off your sword causes it to spin a little bit. Jack, you're up. Jack?
I don't know.
I realize you can't hear me, but
That's getting the way.
alright, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. That technically counts as in the room, right?
Yes.
Alright. On my way over there, drawn my warhammer upon hearing that there are things that go crackle instead.
Snap, crackle, and pop, which I suppose are the
Right.
names of these guys.
Where there are nicknames, and it's just because of a fantastic dance routine they used to.
Alright. So, 15 to hit with 8 on damage if there are no bonuses at this time.
So, how do you want to finish them off?
Well, I'm riding in, so I just kind of hit him in the pelvis and put his pelvis where his head
Well, it's just a skull.
It is a flaming skull.
I think
so,
you can hit him into the hole and, invent golf.
Alright, yeah. Totally. Hole in one. Flaming skull back in the hole.
It's a beautiful day on the Harrowstone Fields. Jack, eyeing up his hole, goes lighting for it. A fantastic swing as it goes flying through the air, screaming deep into the hole. It's a hole in one.
Oh, I see. He's choosing to use the 8 iron warhammer. Now that's a certain size of hammer we don't see normally in this kind of situation. But it is interesting to see that he's chosen to do so.
I have to hit push to talk to be able to keep out the noise, but you guys can golf clap as much as you want.
Yeah, golf clap.
Right.
Nice work avoiding the water hazard.
Quite good. I'm convinced to a putter, but it's legal.
So while you guys are like killing these skeletons, I'm just gonna walk in and start looking through all the stuff in the room. Okay, flaming skulls, you got it.
Thoroughly unimpressed, you begin to explore the area.
I'm
Basically.
gonna turn. I'm gonna turn to Jack and just go, nice golf swing, nice nice backswing.
Yeah. Practice.
As an area exposed to the elements, you can see there's a lot of moss lining the area. There is not much that hasn't been picked clean by looters. Although you can tell no one has had the nerve to make their way down into the deeper recesses of Harrowstone. You approach.
What's in the hole?
This used to be a complex lift system to get people up and down, and to make sure that the others could not simply walk out were they to overpower the guards. You cannot see much, as the singular light has now gone off upon crushing into the ground. It is dark and oddly warm.
I'm going to cast light on on one of the femurs of the guards, and I'm just going to drop it in the hole.
Breaking into several pieces like a intricate star field. You can see the wreckage of the lift that has been severed once long ago. It has been burned to a pitch black crisp.
How far down do I think that is?
Roll me a knowledge and
Yes. Yes! Perfect. Oh, I accidentally did twice. So that's 12.
looking at it, you'd say that's about a 20-foot drop.
That's not too bad. Bad to climb out of. We're going to have to leave a rope tied up somewhere.
Yeah. Question about this sort of dark sector below us. That is, I assume, a wall that would keep us out of whatever that room that Jack was trying to get into is?
It is, in fact, that.
All right.
I am interested in a room we can't get in.
Yeah, why don't you make a knowledge engineering, see if there's a weak point in the wall or some other form of ingress.
Sounds good to me. 16.
The only reason Jack couldn't get into it is he was trying to brute force it.
I am very amused by the mental image of Jack, hammer hanging over his head, just thump, drop. This wall appears to be very sturdy, as whatever it is that's on the inside, they want to...
Oh, it's probably the armory. We should get in.
We can try.
Well, let's take another look at that door. Let's see if there's not a way that we can get it open. Oh, is there any keys on these bodies?
There does not appear to be any. You see one have a glinting of something copper that has melted away.
Oh, like they had a key and it melted?
Yes, as this is where the fire kicked.
Mend would work on that?
Could give it a shot.
I don't have
is more the glue of the magic world than the...
Yeah. Technically, it's broken, and we have all the pieces. But I don't have mend, so it's really not a big deal. So I wanna go over to the door and take a look at it to see, is it locked or is it just stuck?
It appears to be locked.
Okay.
Also,
so
on the whole
locked.
mending discussion, I just want to ask: does casting mending on a puzzle fix it, or does it?
I guess that's a philosophical question of whether or not a puzzle is broken.
A disassembled puzzle is not considered broken, it's just disassembled.
I would argue that if the person casting the spell believes it to be broken, then yes.
I would argue
think it goes
that
under the category
because of how a
unassembly
puzzle
is
works,
required.
having it be unassembled, it's doing its job properly, so it's not broken.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have had people suggest that if you had a whole jumbled box and cast mending on it, it would 100% assemble it and...
Anyway, so it's locked. Probably the route of the cave. I'm gonna once again, because we don't have anybody with disabled device, I'm just gonna do that engineering to see if I can't get a nat 20 and pop this thing up.
Meanwhile, Raphael finds a large assortment of lockpick.
25.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Is Was anyone assisting him?
Sorry?
Is anyone assisting?
I can't.
I'll give it a
I
go.
don't have engineering.
Yeah,
No.
no, I don't think you can assist with that one.
Does anyone have disabled device? Well, no, we already know nobody has disabled device. I mean, if it's the difference by 1 point, I can always have given myself
Unfortunately, it does not seem to be something you can just simply think at. You can certainly figure out how to disable it. There's the matter of doing it and having supplies and tools to do it.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not the thickest-
DM, none of us are rogues.
And whose fault is that? Double clerics and a paladin, and an ex-cleric, and an ex-paladin.
It's, you know what?
Just give me one level, and I'm gonna put a point in disable device because it's clearly a problem.
Yeah.
If you guys want to spend the next week retraining, I'll allow.
No, I don't.
The only way out is forward.
We'll just find a key somewhere.
You can always throw the safe at the door. You can't
Yeah,
open
that
it.
doesn't work though. Oh wait, hold on a second.
know what?
Hold on.
I'm
Wait,
doing
hold on,
this.
hold on.
I'm lining up my lance for a charge.
No. Before you do that, I go.
Going through.
Is there a key? Like that's how this door works, right?
Yes, there is in fact a key.
Why don't we just put the gun in the keyhole and pull the trigger?
No, I must go through it.
Okay, yeah, but that's not gonna work.
Is it?
But the gun might. Just blast the lock.
No, this seems like a pretty strong lock.
Well, I mean, technically, Grigori isn't high enough level to be able to blast the lock, but...
No, I'm not.
Wow, that madness really does get to you. Talking about levels and points.
Yeah, well...
We're on the game, folks.
Yeah, life is a game, if you really think about it.
What's
Got my next cleric.
what's the girl's name we're staying with? Cassandra?
Kendra.
Kendra. We get some of her cooking and we insert that into the lock.
Yeah, that's true. Does anybody have a candle that we can just melt and make a wax?
Trying to heal this place, Deacon. Oh,
Well, the difference between poison and remedy is really a fine gradation.
Handles.
I'm so down for poisoning a door.
Jeez. It's...
Alright, well, this is not gonna work. We're just gonna have to give up on this door.
We'll just have to
No,
explore some more, hopefully.
Jack, are you going to roll that attack?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean,
So-
no other thing.
What are you
I'll let
riding?
him.
Are you riding Ba or are you riding Sika?
Yeah, I'm totally riding Baw.
He doesn't ride Zika. Why do you guys keep thinking he does?
Deacon's the distinguished lady that doesn't let anyone ride her.
Unless it's under some unusual circumstances.
The door does not dodge out of the way, but it also doesn't budge.
That would be four. Oh wait, can I crit a door?
No.
Can I attack its joints?
No, oddly, you can crit a golem, but not a door.
Alright, well that means I only do 14 points of damage because double damage on the charge.
You've managed to put a bit of a dent into it. Not a dent so much, but you've dealt about 4 points a day. The madness has spread to me.
Now that I
if-
see that the door can be damaged, I look at it and go, Guys, it's just really thick.
Yeah, clearly. Just like you. We just gotta move on, guys. This is
Yeah,
not gonna
so-
work. Let's.
We can either go through this door at the end of the training area, or we can go to the Hall of Doors. Anyone have any thoughts? What do you think, Grigori?
I think it might be wise for us to perhaps return later with our companion.
Well, let's not give up
Get
entirely.
some light on the situation.
He certainly
cast
does
light.
shed light.
I cast light too.
Well,
I-
the
Gregory, I agree that perhaps we should wait before we go down into the depths, but let's continue to explore the rest of this place. Think of all the information we can find.
You have a
You
good
begin to
point,
understand
Cypress.
how he got himself into the position he's in. Gregory.
There might be files somewhere, or writing on the wall. I must know.
Cypress,
Yeah,
this
so
is
file
how
would
you
definitely help us get through at
current
least some of
predicament.
these doors.
Sorry, what did you say, Gregory?
I was saying, Cyphus, this is how you ended up in your current condition.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly something's wrong here. It shouldn't be that dangerous to explore the upper level. I mean, look, the spooky skulls come flying up, and then we meet them all. We're perfectly safe.
And what happens if it's not the spooky skulls?
Well, then you shoot it, and we're still safe. I don't see the issue here.
And what happens if whatever I shoot just shrugs off the shot?
Then we're
Then we're going to be wishing that we
then
had
we run?
actually turned back.
Well, but then we can turn back then.
What's with Gregory? Cypress just like that back when it.
What?
Oh, go
And
ahead.
what should happen if, say, the spirits of this place lock the doors behind us?
Well, I agree that is a problem. How about we wedge the safe in the doors?
You're proposing we
Jack,
take
are
the
you
safe
taking
with us
another
and
crack
use
at the door?
Totally.
Well, I
While
think
they're arguing, I'm trying to go through.
I think that just in
I
the
said-
background of this whole conversation, you can just see Jack running at the door with increasingly preposterous weapons.
Just wielding Seek on the third try.
I think there's plenty of things around here to wedge the doors open with.
So, Jack, you go rushing. You slam into it again, dealing some more damage to it. Are you going to try?
Oh yeah. Wait, actually, if I make a big enough hole, I'm gonna look, or big enough crack.
I will say that I'm going to inflict a bit of a DC for your hit to hit the same spot over and over.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So now I can actually roll to hit. I'm aiming for the same spot.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
building up a
Yep.
charge, you go rushing forward, and the door
20 points.
kind of slams shut on you, and you hit into that, and have to wait about a minute for the doors to open again before you can charge.
Or just randomly closes.
Oh, no, I was assuming that he was backing all the way up into this room for his...
No, I only have to charge from here. So
Oh,
it was
okay.
just I couldn't figure out the best angle. So me and Seeker are sitting in here, and it was like, bam.
Alright then, you are making some progress. Maybe enough for you to get your arm through, but not very...
Well, as long as I can see in, I'm gonna peek in, and if I can, I'm gonna tie my rope in. Basically, put a iron bar through the hole. Boss.
Okay.
Get Sika pulling while Boss trying to ram.
Alright then. As you boys were saying.
No. This is kind of a character, but I can imagine when Jack's doing this, he tries to roll improvised weaponry, and then he basically decides to right Sika and uses a bot as the battering ram, a quite literal battering ram. He's a
One
top
can
secret.
only...
Oh, go ahead.
So what is everyone else doing?
I think we were deciding whether we want to go into the Hall of Doors or try that door at the back of the training area.
Well, Rigel's already there. He's gonna. I kind of want to use perception to see, what's the state of the room right now, the training area. Maybe there's something useful. Maybe use a perception check. But since he's already kind of between the hole and the water, he could easily just move over here and check that door. But I guess whatever. Maybe see fit there. Actually, I'll check the door.
Alright then. You try the door. Struggling with all your might, the door does not seem to open whatsoever under all the force you can mutter. But you can also just walk around the side of it.
Well, I had to try. So, I guess you'll do that too, and I guess last thing is you'll make a perception check to see one part of his in the room, but also I guess also the pathways. Like, is there a sure enough footing, or is he just gonna go for a swim around it?
Roll me a climb check.
All right, you got it. Okay.
Okay, you just beat the DC, and don't slip and fall.
Good. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Alright, that's over with. Anything particular I'm seeing? On the other side of the room?
Just
Okay.
inside, you see a very, very large furnace that has a flicker of heat coming off of it. You can see a soot-caked copper plate over the furnace entrance reads Ember Maw.
A charming name. I guess Mount the Hell is too much on the nose. So let's see.
Roll me a perception check.
You got it. Here we go. Not bad.
Note the face of the furnace seems to be moving, as though it's beginning to breathe, and the scent of a sudden rising stink of burning flesh.
Like, something tells me that Mount the Hell comment was more on the nose than I anticipated. Let's see. Do I take any notice like it's noticing my presence?
It seems almost to be shifting before you as the various pipes coming out of it begin to glow with a red heat. It looks as though a leering furnace, its teeth made out of the metal bars. It unleashes an unholy as a fiery tongue lashes out the mouth at you.
Son of a... Let's see. My current state could find it, but at this point, we're just gonna back.
Oh, we're past backtracking. It's attacking.
Oh, son of a...
It wants you.
Yeah, the feeling ain't mutual. Rigel's drawing his blade. So you say the fiery tongue's attacking?
More like firing out at you. What's your age?
Oh boy. AC 16.
You just barely managed to duck under as a gout of fire comes from its mouth.
Can we hear the unholy furnace noises?
It seems like the whole place shook whenever you heard that.
Maybe we should just go ahead and go outside and wait for Raphael. Gregory, I'm starting to agree with you. Perhaps some caution isn't.
Son of a...
Oh, my apologies. That was a touch.
Touch attack?
That was a touch attack, not a.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, crud. So, how much damage made?
Oh, you're dead.
Son of a...
Well,
Boom!
okay, so you're...
Incinerated!
Yes, I'll go!
And the first to die. So how much health did you have, Rigel?
Hold on. Oh, keep going.
I had only 5.
Ah, okay. So how are we doing instant death in this?
10 plus your con.
10 plus con?
Yeah.
Oh, he should be fine then.
You are
Yeah.
basically
I mean,
blasted
you're dead.
hard in the chest, slammed up against the wall. That hurt a lot. You are
Sorry.
Roll me higher.
What's that?
Couldn't hear you.
High or low, Rigel?
Oh. D20?
No, just pick higher
High
or
or
low.
low? Up your downy.
Hi.
Okay then, you're on the ground. Everyone else heard that.
So I would like to use my Expeditious Retreat ability to give myself extra movement, and then I would like to book it over to where I heard that terrible sound, and I'm sure the sound of Rigel saying, "Oh God, it burns," before hitting the ground.
I don't think Rigel is saying much, guys.
All right, well then let's leave it up to the DM. Can we know where Rigel?
Well, no. I'm sure we know where it's coming from.
Yeah, no, you definitely heard where it's coming from.
I don't think after 21 damage, Rigel is conscious.
I'm not doing the... Oh yes, he is unconscious. I was just saying I'm not doing the... You took so much damage, you died.
Okay.
So yes, you do rush through, having to sidestep around the locked door, where you see Rigel on the ground, a huge black mark upon his chest. He is fading fast.
Do I see
Roll me a fortitude save.
Fortitude?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a... Let's see. Go here. Let me refuse. Oh, phew.
Okay, you managed to stabilize. You are not bleeding out, as that wound was heavily cauterized. Yes, Deacon, you see the furnace, the ember maw, has lit the room in an awful red as it gets ready to build up another attack.
So guys, I am bad at the furnace demon fight. I'm just not good at it. It does way too much damage too quickly. But I would like to make a check to see if I can kind of carry Rigel. Can I get out over this sort of this area here? Is this a potential exit for us?
You could also just jump into the pump.
Well, we're both in armor, and that seems like it might cause as many problems as it alleviates.
Alright, well it is going to get shot off.
Do I have time for a swift action before it gets its shot off?
Sure.
I would like to use Mind Barrier, which will alleviate 2 points of that damage.
Okay. I assume everyone else is rushing to his aid?
I highly doubt from where I'm at, especially with all the noise I'm making, I heard anything going on in that room.
Oh, you heard that.
Oh. Well, in that case...
Definitely.
Let me know when my available...
I should not have to lead the whole initiative. But I will say that we'll just go by order of closest. Cyphers, Grigori, and then you, Jack.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of be paralyzed for a second there, and I'm gonna look to Grigori to make an action before I do anything.
I'll slap some sense into Cyrus.
Cyphus.
Ow.
Okay, fine, I'll go.
Yourself, Cyphus.
10, 15, 20. I'll go.
The door has been knocked open as Deacon has been blown through it.
I still got Detect Undead going. Well, I guess I probably don't actually at this point.
Yeah, it's been
I mean, I
If
have
that was
no
supposed to-
idea where the enemy is. So,
it's right about here.
yeah, I was afraid you'd point there. So then I can't get any kind of line of sight. Yeah, I think that's my turn. I
Alright,
guess
Grigori, you're
I'll
up.
move right here. But can't actually do anything.
What about where I am right now? Actually, I'll be right here.
Also, roll me a fortitude save, Deacon, to keep off dying.
Sounds good.
You have successfully.
I've kept my soul from the Neverborn once more.
So what are you doing, Grigori? Jack, you're on deck.
I'm seeing no
Say that one
immediate
more time?
hostiles, right?
That furnace seems to be putting off a lot of heat, and you can see the burn wounds on their chests. That seems to be the source.
Okay, so that is what the noise was. Okay. Geesh, I don't have anything that can actually hurt that thing.
Well, do you have a clean shot
I'm
on
gonna-
it? Your gun's powerful and you can smite, can't you?
That's right, I do have Holy Smite. I'm actually gonna use my Holy Shot.
Roll an attack. It's a furnace.
Let me just double check the rules on Holy Shot really quick.
Notably, it does not seem to be attacking the two of you as you are not in the room.
Let's see. Alright. So, whose turn is it next?
Well, we're still in Grigori. So
Okay,
Grigori,
yeah,
Then Jack's up.
The D20 roller took out my Holy Shot thing, or Holy Smite. So I actually need to put that in really quick.
alright.
But,
Well, it should
yeah,
just be your normal attack plus
my
your
charisma bonus.
charisma
yeah.
plus 1.
And my paladin level.
Yeah.
So we all having a good time?
But that's just the damage, so
Yeah,
you're
so
making your
that's-
normal attack.
Yeah, I can say the scenario is pretty well done for now.
That's 8 plus 3. Or no, plus 4. So 12 damage total.
Okay. You fire off, and your bullet ricochets into the creature. Ping. That did not seem to like that whatsoever. But to get a shot on it, you would have to go into the room.
Yes.
What's your touch?
14.
Yes. So you only take 2d6. Or wait, no. You see all this fire come towards you. and you think back to your village as it burned down. You are very familiar with the heat, as you just push the heat off of you, unaffected.
Nice.
This is nothing. You cannot frighten me.
As all the pipes seem to rattle in response.
Your efforts are in vain, creature.
Are you going to take another? Also, Jack,
I
it's
think
your turn. We'll get back to your Grigori in a moment.
Yeah, I need to reload anyways.
So what are you doing, Jack, as you hear another terrifying roar eke out from over there?
Okay, now you can come in.
Well,
No problem. It's muted. You can talk more.
I guess now we.
Okay, cool.
All right, so 1, 7, and 8. Do I? All right. What am I seeing?
Deacon is on the ground. Past him, Cyphus is not Cyphus. Cyphus is having a small panic attack. Am I assuming correct?
If you confuse me and Rigel one more time, you.
All right,
Certainly
so
try.
Rigel is here.
Yes, Rigel is basically hanging off the side, down a pitch black mark on his chest.
Alright, hold on. Okay. And what's going on with these two?
I'm out.
Deacon is on.
Knocked out and
Cyphus, panic
what's
attack, anxiety.
panic attack, and then what's going on with
Despite fearing holy men, you can't help but think Grigori looks kind of cool right now as the flames dance around him as he's reloading and getting ready to.
Okay, so
Yeah, it does.
I don't see an enemy though, correct? I
You
only
do
see
not.
my ally. Alright. I can move. Alright, so to do this properly, she's gonna come over here and bite down on his wrist and try to pull him up.
Okay.
I say it does it.
How heavy are you, Rigel?
What's that?
How heavy are you, Rigel?
Wow, how rude.
Let's
That's
see.
a good question.
155
I'm looking
pounds.
at-
Oh, yeah, that should be enough.
Oh yeah, I got him easy. And then Jack will ride over here, with his warhammer out, looking at you, looking at, looking at these two in their individual states, and Jack will dismount, hop off, and attempt to see what the heck is going on with Deacon. Deacon, why are you laying down on the job?
You see a bit of embers on his chest slowly. Well, he's stabilized, but you haven't really woken him up.
Oh, well, that's okay. Now that I know he's not dying, I'll look over at at Cyphus and start trying to figure out. Cyph, seriously, dude, this is twice now that I've caught you laying down on the job. You really, we gotta work on this, buddy. Come on now.
I'm not laying down on the job.
The devil put Cyphus in charge of Jack in charge of HR.
But yeah, Jack is using motivational speech as his heal check to get Cyphus back up and doing things.
Cyphus isn't hurt at all.
No, he's
Are
using him
you
to get.
talking about? I'm half dead.
Yeah, he's half health.
You got hit?
I nearly died from the haunt.
Oh, right, that.
Didn't you take a healing potion though?
Yes, and I'm still half dead.
Well, I gave you back 1 HP.
Your eyes are so sunken, it's hard to tell.
But yeah, that's my turn, because I basically spend my going, hey, you two, get up, join the living.
Oh well,
Life
no,
is your
I'm not down. Did you confuse me with Rigel?
No, my assumption was that
yeah,
you were
sure.
curled up in the fetal position.
Well, like, kinda. I'm going to look through the open door. And is that scary furnace monster still shooting fire?
It seems to be building up energy to unleash another one.
Ah, perfect. I'm going to look in there and assume this is a haunt and not actually a creature. And I'm going to cast Positive Pulse.
Okay.
Which causes a wave of positive energy to spread from a point I designate, which is right in front of him. Damaging foes vulnerable to positive energy and bolstering living creatures. Each creature damaged by positive energy in the area. Haunts manifesting in the spell's area also take this damage. They must succeed at a will save or take 1d6 points of damage.
Oh.
DC is 15.
Just a moment, we gotta figure out what this thing's save is. Does not really say, so I'm just gonna roll, and I'm gonna add in its level.
Rude. But fair. Yeah, so that's not 15. So it takes 5 positive energy damage.
Okay. You unleash a bit of energy as you see coming through the grates, seawater, as parts of it begin to rust. It seems to be on its last legs. Grigori.
What was that?
You're up.
Okay, all I heard was Grigori, and then everything just stopped.
I guess I gotta work on this whole push to talk button. It is currently wheezing and coughing up seawater as the cold is chilling it.
Yeah, I give a thumbs up, then I duck back behind cover.
Okay.
Alright, I will fire another shot at it.
Alright. So, Grigori, how do you want to finish him off?
I am not going to use another holy shot this time. I'm just going to use a regular shot.
Oh, okay, that's something different.
Because I don't think I have the grit points for another holy shot.
So your bullet fires into it, certainly puncturing a hole, but it doesn't seem to have done any damage.
Shot. Fuck. You're just gonna hear Grigori grumbling in, Ustalavian. As he notices that it didn't have the same effect as before.
It did not. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna fall back and actually reload.
I'm looking at Smite Shot. If this creature is undead, the bonus to damage increases the charisma modifier by +2.
No, it increases the damage because of his level by 2. So instead of doing 1 damage from his paladin level, he'd be doing 2 damage. So it increases the damage by a total of 1.
So, as your shot fires off into it, and you back away, you hear as it seems to have quieted down for the time. one day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Something caught in your throat.
Well, it was clearly me that won that for us. All hail a positive poll.
So, Rigel and Deacon are still on the ground. What are you?
Uh-huh. Yes, but now they're stable.
My apologies. Press on.
I want to check out this furnace.
All right. This is a old furnace with a copper plaque upon it that reads Ember Maw. You recall reading a little bit of the history of Harrowstone and how this was used as a threat that people would be executed by being thrown into it.
That's spooky.
Indeed. Very
Is
spooky.
there anything in it?
Roll me a perception.
Great, my greatest of stats. 9.
There doesn't appear to be anything, just a large amount of ashes as the seawater has evaporated.
I think I will detect magic just to do it once over.
This whole thing radiates with necromantic energy.
Oh, well. Nothing useful then.
So, what are you all doing?
I don't know. What do we want to do? We got 2 members down.
Can someone at least try and get us up?
How?
Heal check.
I got you up to 0, which means, what is it? A minute, and you'll stabilize, gain your first hit point back, and that'll be that for one of you. But for the other one, are you at 0 or are you at negative? Because 0, you wake up.
All right, so then Rigel should also wake up in a minute.
Yeah.
Slowly,
Basically, I'm just taking care of you guys until one of you actually gets up and goes, "Hey!"
slowly but surely, breath comes to both of you as you rise.
Oh! Damn. He's gonna...
I'll
Go
turn to
ahead.
Rigel and I'll say, and what have we learned?
Wait for the party, I suppose.
Yes.
Jack's looking at both of you. Seriously? Like,
Seriously,
Wow.
yes. He's been seared quite seriously.
After a moment or two, Deacon, you have your breath return to you as well. This odd sensation of multiple individuals watching over you as you finally come to a...
So I will just stand up and I will say to no one in particular, not today.
Jack's looking at as everybody starts, stretching and getting back together, getting their heads on straight. He's just looking at it and going, "I leave you guys alone for like a minute, and 2 of you are bleeding on the floor. One of you's curled up. I don't know what happened to, and the last one's sitting there doing 'I'm too cool for school,' flaming in the water. What the heck happened?"
And just...
There was
I
a
was
problem with
checking
the
door.
furnace.
Yes, quite.
I'll see what I can do to get it up and running. Like maintenance, clearly. Well, I think perhaps we should take Grigori's advice and call it quits for the day.
Well, before we go, I want to at least use this planchet and get an object reading in.
Alright, which room do you want to use it on? Perhaps the warden's room?
Yeah. Just get both of those done in there.
Ooh, if you do the object reading on the safe, maybe it'll tell us where the key is.
Yep. We'll start with that.
Say, you know where the key is? No.
Damn.
Ray's gonna hobble over to join them, but then he's gonna turn to Jack and go, "Thanks for that. And thank you, Sika. Yeah, saved my neck." And
Jack pets Sika, looks at you. I was told that while my good friend is away on business, you're not allowed to die yet. However, he did not say I wasn't allowed to instigate your downfall. So, good luck.
Fair. Thank you. That's. Then Rigel's gonna look up to Grigor and go, "I couldn't think much being knocked out, but I thought I saw you taking that thing. Thank you, Grigori."
You're quite welcome.
Once again, of little use. He's gonna say to himself with his head and sort of bow. And he's just gonna, essentially, I think Grigori's gonna hobble over. No. He's gonna hobble over to join the others.
So, unfortunately, I don't get anything off the object reading.
Unfortunately, no.
Alright, so...
But who all is going to join Deacon in this?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Cyphus and Rigel.
Okay.
I'm gonna put down the planchet, and I will begin the seance.
I'm not gonna do it until Gregory gives me the okay. Gregory thinks I should participate in this ghost summoning, then I will, but otherwise...
I would not advise it.
Yeah.
I'm coming, Deacon.
But it seems like such a good idea.
You might contact something you don't mean to contact.
That seems like such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well then, would Gregory like to join us?
Gregory should join you.
I will
Gregory, go summon a demon.
It's not a demon. It's supposed to be a ghost.
Okay, what does a ghost classify as?
Undead.
What are demons?
Demons are demons.
Yes, but what is a demon?
A demon is like a fiend. It comes from hell.
Don't undead come from hell?
No, undead come from here.
How is that possible?
Well, when some things die, they don't like being dead.
Gentlemen, put
I'll
your
agree.
fingers on the planchet. I've used a piece of chalk to write all over the warden's desk the letters and yes, no, all that good stuff.
There is a board that.
Oh, the board? Okay, I'll just whip that out then.
Yes, whip it out.
Wreck the guy's desk. Alright, gentlemen, put your fingers on the planchet. I then address Harrowstone. It is the spirit of the Warden of Harrowstone we wish to contact. Warden, speak to us. Tell us the location of the key to your safe.
That's what we want the answer to.
Of course.
Roll me a will save.
Oh, wait. This is a saving throw?
It is for Deacon.
Okay, because perhaps I should be giving him a vision of madness before he uses it.
Now, I assumed you were staying a good 30
That's
feet
true.
away from
I
it.
am going to be staying far away from it, so perhaps a vision of madness is... You're right. Go ahead. Well, he said wisdom. That was fortitude. He said wisdom.
That is a... For,
You missed it by a save, my good sir.
Aha! Much better!
unfortunately, due to the nature of the area, you feel a good deal of resistance as you all see Deacon's eyes close and go dark. And then they open. He looks around at all of you and brushes himself off as he rises and begins to walk away from all of you. You are currently possessed, Deacon.
Sorry guys, Deacon's not here right now.
That's okay. I'm gonna follow him.
Only Zoom.
There is no ticket, only Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we know where the gatekeeper is. Can we have the keymaster?
Right? We know what it is.
Okay, we all want Sigourney Weaver in our lives, so we can't have her all the time. She
I'm
has to
just
be another
saying.
sci-fi movie.
We got lots of keys we need, so a keymaster would be. So where is he going?
He seems to be making his way out the front door, and as he steps out of the foyer and down the stairs, he kind of drops to his knees and collapses as you let out a as you now have control of your body and your lung. Something the spirit did not care to use.
Oh, that was good.
I will take a deep gasping breath.
Rigel's gonna give
And I will
Good.
then stand up. Okay, I think I'm out of ideas at the moment.
I think it's time to take a break.
It is time for us to go back.
Yeah. I don't think Harrowstone's ready to give up its secrets just.
Indeed not.
Did you see anything when you had your uninvited guest? Any kind of vision or anything like that?
Well, there was fire and pain. Other than that, it was
you
difficult to, yes, it's been kind of a day for that.
Yeah, I can relate. Says Rigel, sort of putting a hand over the spot in his chest where the deep burn was. One more
Outside,
scar.
you note a small storm beginning to build a bit. It has been on the very edge of Robin Grove this entire time, and it's just beginning to break.
Oh no.
Just some rain.
Just
No.
some rain.
They don't call it cloud kill for nothing.
Let's hope it's more cloud and less. Let's hope it's more former and less the latter. But yeah, let's
What's
go.
wrong with the ladders? Do you prefer stairs?
So, as you all begin making your way out, past the doors to Harrowstone, the doors to the foyer slam shut as you've left. Making your way past the doors to the gate slam shut as well as you leave. Harrowstone is closed for the night.
Yeah.
We have worn out our welcome, it seems.
For now, we will be back.
Sansom tells me it's going to be much more than just a raging furnace. A quite literal raging furnace.
Well, you know what they say, if you can't take the heat.
Get out of the prison?
Stay out of the prison where thousands die.
Considering where we're going, we should probably not speak too much about kitchens.
Quite. Hey. At this point, Rigel's kind of using his sword less like a sword and within its scabbard more cocaine. Just sort of hobbling back to the man. Hey,
So, you all begin making your way back home, down the winding roads to Robin Grove and Kendra's place. And that, I think, is where we'll call it for today.
alright.
All right, good
Did
session.
we have a good time?
I think we learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of haunted prisons.
Yeah, being more prepared is.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we were definitely prepared for was casting spells with our Spell Tracker app, the sponsor of this session. Remember, you can find that on the Google App Store and the Apple, where they have apps there. It's great for keeping track of your different spells and your abilities if you want to get the premium version, which is available. Anyway,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I have to say that I'm really enjoying the premium version because it can keep track of my Visions of Madness. And so, which is something a little bit more difficult to keep track of on the character sheets. So it's really nice just to be able to click a button and boom, I have listed how many times I've used my domain ability.
Let me know, and I hope we get sponsored by someone that produces lozenges for whenever I let out those deep belly roars.
Deep bellies. I like it.
Deep bellies, yeah, we like bellies here.
D&D themed lozenges for roleplay would actually be kind of awesome.
Wow.
Voice actors will love using them too.
If someone's in the lozenge business, you know who.
Specially formulated. for voice
Ghostbusters. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about Ghostbusters.
No, not yet. You've almost blown all your proton packs.
Shut up. It was worth it.
Well, no, it's ghost traps, because proton packs are the thing they use to weaken it.
You're right. We'll have to work on
Yeah, well, I did
doing
use
that.
my proton pack. I used mine positive pulse.
True. All right, well, say goodbye, guys, and everyone, thank you for watching. We will see you next week. Same
Goodbye, guys.
Pathfinder time, same Pathfinder channel.
Bye.